How to know if your coaching niche is going to be profitable or not. See, a lot of coaches worry about the fact that they might be in a coaching niche that is not profitable or it's full of broke people. So if you're not getting enough clients and you're getting resistance on enrollment calls, you're not being able to charge what you want, how do you know and how can you tell if the coaching niche you're in is actually going to be profitable for you? Well, let's talk about it. The reality is this. If you're in a coaching niche where others are getting coaching clients, there is a very good possibility that you're fine. However, let's talk about this because it can feel a little overwhelming sometimes when you're all by yourself, you don't really know anybody, and every time you post in a Facebook group, one of those free Facebook groups, you get a lot of people's opinions, but you don't know who to believe, you don't know who's right, and obviously a lot of people will tell you, yeah, it's making my coaching business making money, and then they want to sell you something on how to get your coaching business to make you money, right? So it's tricky to know and tell, is it possible to make money? Should I change niches? Let's figure this out. Let's talk about a few of the, we'll call them guiding principles to know if your coaching niche is the right niche, okay? So first of all, are there other coaches running ads in the niche you are in? Okay, so if you're a mindset coach or health coach or life coach or whatever, right? Are you seeing ads from other people who do what you do or are reaching the same people as you that they're working? Okay, meaning you're seeing them, they're running, people are responding to these ads, and you're seeing lots of them. Okay, one of the ways to actually know this a little more accurately is go on when you're on Facebook and in your news feed, when you see an ad related to what you do, click on it. Okay, then what Facebook's going to do is they're going to start serving you up more of the related ads. That's really what their algorithm does. If they think you're interested in that, they'll show you more of those ads. So the first thing you want to do is go on Facebook. They're the best for this. Then you click on the ad that you see, and then what you'll start seeing is more and more of the same ad, of people's ads. And then you can tell, hey, you know what? Nobody's running ads to try and attract the same people I'm attracting, or my goodness, there's a lot of ads. Now, if there's a lot of ads, that's a good thing. That most likely, not always, but most likely means that people are making money, right? Because you can only run your ads so long, and if they don't work, you shut them off. Which brings me to the next point. Have they been running these ads for a long time? Now you want to look, like for example, one of the easy ways to tell is you can look at their comments. If they've gotten like hundreds of comments and hundreds of likes, you can just scroll through them and see how old those comments and likes are, or those, not likes anyways, but the comments are on those ads. And if you're seeing that those comments have been going for quite a while and they're months old, that ad's been running for quite a while, so it's been running. One of the things that we used to do before social media got popular is we'd go to a bookstore, say like Barnes and Nobles or something like that, and we would find magazines targeting the niche markets that we were essentially had ads running in for information products. So pick any one of them, right? Any hobby niche or whatever. And then what we would do is buy the magazine, or there's usually a couple trade magazines. It's not so popular now, but we would look and see who the ads were and who the advertisers were that were running information-based products like home study courses and stuff like that. And then I'd rip them out, put them in a folder, and do that every month. And then that would allow me to tell, hey, these are the types of advertisers who are running ads, full page ads, half page ads. They're running some decent ads month after month. The ad's not changing. So it's like, okay, that type of thing must be working. Now, your job is, you don't want to rip people off. Obviously, that doesn't work, but it gives you an idea of this is the type of message the market is responding to. This is the type of thing that people are interested in. So it's like, okay, well, how can I align with that if this is what they're buying? Because these advertisers are running ads, so it must be working, right? For months at a time. years, maybe you've been seeing these same ads for years, well, you know that it's essentially probably a good niche. All right, now, the third thing is are there coaches who have been in business for a long time in this niche market? Now, not necessarily mean they have been running, excuse me, it's getting over a little cold, running ads for a long time. How long have they been in business for? You know what I mean? And if you see that there's a number of coaches who are reaching or trying to reach the same people you're trying to reach, and they've been in business for potentially years, and they're doing better and better, there's a very high likely chance that that is a good market, okay? So those are some of the things that you need to look at in regards to that. So you can look at their stuff, what are they changing, how are they doing, that type of thing. Now, the fourth thing you want to look at is this. Is it growing or dying? Okay? Is there more interest in this? Is there more stuff happening? And the way to figure that out is you can go to Amazon and you can, excuse me, look up books that are published on Amazon and just look it up and be like, hey, are there more books? Or if I look up this niche that I'm in, the only book I can find was written in like the 90s and it's on a hardcover version only on Amazon and it's got one review. Okay, might have a little problem, right? You might be too narrow. Maybe we need to broaden the niche a bit and see what we can find there and look at that. So that's one of the avenues. Now, there's two other really important things that we need to look at as well to know if your niche is going to be qualified. But before we get to that, what I want you to do is if you like this video, hit the like button so I know, so I can create more like this. Also hit the subscribe option somewhere above this video so you can subscribe to my channel. And then I've got a whole bunch of videos coming on attracting coaching clients and stuff like that. I wouldn't want you to miss any of them. So hit the subscribe button so that you can get the ones that are coming up, because you never know if one of them is going to be the right video at the right time to help you get more clients, okay? Then also in the pinned comment, you're going to see a link to a webinar I have on how to attract high-ticket coaching clients using Facebook ads with a special strategy I use. So you're going to want to look at that after this video. All right, now, the next two things are super important. So can you find high-ticket offers that are selling, and how much are they? Okay, this is very important, because if everybody in your coaching niche is selling per hour life coaching or health coaching or mindset coaching or whatever the market is, I'm just using it as an example, but it's like $50, $60 here, $100 an hour, you know, if it's all cheap stuff and you can't find anybody who has anything that's high ticket, well, we might need to look at that. Well, how can you figure that out? Well, you can price shop. You can do calls, go on some of their calls, find out what their pricing are, do a little bit of research and price shop and find out, because you really need to know that your market that you're going into is a money market, meaning that you can charge at least $3,000 to $5,000 and that other people have validated this market for you. You know what I'm saying? That's super duper important, okay? Now, the next thing is this, which is the final piece, but also the most important piece, and the one that most coaches get wrong. Is your messaging designed to attract the top 1% of people who have money, okay? Because here's what you need to realize. Even if there's people selling multi-$1,000 coaching programs in your niche, they're running ads all day long, they're doing all these things, is your messaging attracting the 1% of people who have the money in your niche? And this is why this is so important, because here's the thing. You might find that the market has money, but they're not giving it to you. And that's what we need to fix, because just because the market has money doesn't mean they're going to give it to you. And so with your budget and with your time, you really can't reach everybody, right? Like, your goal is not to reach the whole world. You don't have the budget to do that. You can't target everybody in your niche. And so you need to have messaging that is focusing in on the top 1% of people who have the money. So how do you do that? Because you can't just say, hey, this is for you if you have a lot of money. Okay, clearly that doesn't work. What you want to do is you want to run with your, let's say the hypothetical situation here is an ad. What you're going to do on your ad is we have to help people who are in the most amount of pain. Okay, because people, just here's how it works. Psychologically, people will pay more to move away from pain than to run towards more pleasure. Okay, it's human nature. It's the way it works. So generally, the niche that you're in you're gonna find that the people who have not just the money, but are most likely the ones to want to invest it with you to get help, are the ones who have the biggest problem. Okay, and they also are financially qualified. So they are financially qualified because just because somebody has money doesn't mean they want to do anything with it, right? So if they don't have a problem, it's not going to, they don't care. They're like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, right? So they got to have a big problem and they have to be financially motivated in a lot of pain. So we have to have both of those together. And then once both of those are hooked up, that's when we're able to now be able to then help people who are qualified. Okay, so you got to get that right, because here's what you need to understand. If your coaching is $5,000, but the people you're reaching have the money, and you can market them on the ad for that, and they're in a place of frustration where they figure that problem that you can help them solve is a $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 problem. It doesn't always mean money. It can be emotional frustration, health, all kinds of stuff. Oftentimes the money is the least expense that they're paying, right? It's all the other costs add up. But if you can go, hey, the person has a huge problem that's costing them a lot, but the investment's down here, like 5K or whatever, 10K, well, it makes it a lot easier for them to want to work with you. So those are the things you need to do to know if your coaching niche is going to be profitable or not. All right, remember, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then in the description or the comment, please make sure to hit the link to register for an upcoming webinar. If you're not getting enough coaching clients and you're tired of posting on organic and social media all day and not getting any results, and I have a simple ad strategy that I've used for years, I'd love to share it with you in this free webinar. Okay? See you on the next video.